It's strange to think that The Meg, a biopic of the psychic who was a substantial part of the early years of the BBC's National Lottery broadcasts, would gross over $500 million worldwide. But it has done just that. Okay, well, half of that is true. The Meg is a shark film, probably the most successful since the seminal Jaws, and takes its truly stupid name from the megalodon, the giant prehistoric shark that many of us are, alas, familiar with in movie form thanks to the considerably less than seminal The Asylum work Mega Shark vs. Giant Octopus. No airliners are downed by a shark in this film though, and the jury is still out as to whether or not this is a good or bad thing. Marine biologists working in billionaire Rainn Wilson's underwater laboratory are attempting to prove that the ocean bottom isn't, in fact, the bottom of the ocean. And
There's got to be a bottom, though, somewhere, right? And then that will be the bottom of the ocean.
Its bottom's all the way down, Scott. Yes, they're attempting to prove that the ocean bottom isn't, in fact, the bottom of the ocean, and that it is, in fact, a thermocline of hydrogen sulfide, a discrete layer of super cold liquid below which there is a whole other ecosystem, unseen and unimagined by humans. Not quite as far-fetched as it might sound, in fact. Thermoclines are real, and even underwater lakes are actually a thing. A hidden home for a 25-metre plus prehistoric fish with bad temper, maybe pushing it a bit. But, hey, let's just go with it. When the research submarine is attacked by the Meg, incidentally, this, like Jaws, is a literary adaptation, but I'm going to stick my neck out here and suggest that Steve Alton's Meg, a novel of deep terror, is very much of airport thriller stock. And submarine left stranded, meaning that only one man can save them. Jason Statham's Jonas Taylor, a deep-sea rescue expert who, of course, was seen in the opening of the film having had to choose to leave behind colleagues in order to save the rest, and is now retired from diving. Persuaded to return, not least due to the fact his ex-wife is one of the stranded crew, Taylor successfully rescues most of the crew from the stricken submarine, but the rapid ascent to the thermocline opens a hole of warm water, allowing the huge bitey beasties to follow them through. Said toothy fellows then proceed to grumpily eat everything. And, well, this aggression will not stand. I certainly didn't have high hopes for the Meg, and numerous reviews have firmly stuck it in the not good enough to be good, but also not bad enough to be good bracket. But, well, I like Jason Statham, so I thought I'd at least give it a go. And you know what? It's alright. Really. It's not too bad at all. It's not doing anything particularly original or special, but it is doing it fairly competently, and director John Turteltaub has the restraint to not overuse the shark, especially in the first half of the film. The characters are, for the most part, likeable, if cookie cutter, and it has Jason Statham. This is more of the state of a transporter or mechanic rather than a Snatch, Crank or even Hummingbird, but charisma and personality go a long way. It could, easily, have been a big budget The Asylum picture, rather than just a big budget B-movie. A very big budget B-movie, in fact. Wikipedia lists its budget as being between $130 and $180 million.
What?
Yes. Tax dodge, presumably, because it doesn't have $180 million on screen.
Yeah.
It doesn't look bad, but it doesn't have $180 million on screen. And it's certainly the type of film that it pays to not think too much about. But really, it's perfectly serviceable Saturday afternoon fare that I'm pleasantly surprised to discover I enjoyed. But really, instead of this Jason Statham stuff, more Chev Chelios, please. Also, at no point does anyone attempt to kill a shark with an oven. This makes it, by some margin, either considerably better or considerably worse than Deep Blue Sea. I can't decide which.
Which apparently now has a sequel, Deep Blue Sea 2, imaginatively titled, which we'll probably have to cover at some point because everyone loves sharks.
I think we have to do Ancient Snow Shark first, although I suspect that has absolutely zero oven potential.
Yeah, I'll probably get to this. I haven't done so far. It didn't seem to be a priority, but like yourself, I like the Stath. So
yeah, that's really what did it for me, Scott. It's not like I was particularly turned off to this film, so I was aware of it, and I'm like, that film seems quite meh. And then I was just surprised to hear that it had done quite so much business. And then I had the opportunity to see it, and I thought, yeah, you know what, Jason Statham, generally very watchable. I'll give it a go, and it's all right. It's the sort of thing. Bank holiday afternoon, rainy afternoon, just sit and watch this. Don't think about it too much, and it's fun for what it is, which is a film with an enormous shark in it. And quite often people are in the market for a film with an enormous shark. That's why they keep making them. So.
Yes, because sharks are cool. So obviously I can't add much more to it because I've not seen it. So